day. Welcome to our live trading session. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for another day today, and thank you for all of your provisions, for all of your blessings, for friends and for family. I thank you for your grace and your mercy, your goodness and your kindness. And I ask that you would give us wisdom and discernment and strong discipline and good skills. Father, help me to be grateful for every 2 or 3 pips that we make today. I ask these things in the name of your Son, Yeshua. Amen. Okay, so I guess we're going to start up here for now, because just 11 minutes ago we had read some kind of news come in here. According to marine traffic data, a VLCC tanker belonging to a Japanese refining company passed through the Strait of Hormuz with coordination of Iran. Okay. So that's got people well, I guess it's something to get the markets going. And then 6 hours ago, we've got China Politburo meeting to implement appropriately loose monetary policy. That was during the London, actually the Tokyo session. And then we just got a couple of yellow folders for our session until 2 hours from now. We've got CB consumer confidence on the dollar. And then going into the Tokyo session for my nighttime, we've got the Aussie CPI. So it seems like maybe we've got this stuff getting people coming back into the market again. Yesterday, the market was so dead. Oh, I'm just so sick of the flat markets. I'm just so sick of it. Let's just get this market going. Hopefully it's going today. Yesterday, because of that flat market, ended up taking a loss on the original funded account. Max loss at 35 pip stop loss. And then lost almost all that $10 that I'd earned back on it. So let's look at that account. Pull up the trade history. Right in here, I just barely missed the exit during our session when I was trying to finish up yesterday. Just trying to finish up, and I literally missed it by a second, multiple seconds. And then the market did not stop heading down from that point, hitting stop losses. And it hasn't stopped going down since that point yesterday. super flat, super dead market all the way through here. Just from the later part of the morning all the way through the Tokyo session, just super dead. Those markets kill me. And now we've got $2 to work with in this account, so we're going to take one last trade. Well, hopefully it's not the last one, but we're going to risk 26 pips at some point today. This is not the spot that I want to risk it. Oh, actually, we're kind of getting to the spot. Let's go to the daily and work our way down. Okay, so yesterday we were having a turn back to the upside that flipped around really quick, and now we're triggering back to the downside. And I don't know if this is counting as kind of like a head and shoulders coming in here. Got kind of a shoulder over here and a head, and then a better shoulder coming in over here. It is a topping type of pattern, so we could say that we could be heading down from here, but we won't know until this bar closes on the daily. We're at a pretty defining spot right now. If we can start breaking these days' lows, there's a good chance we'll keep heading down. Right in here. If we can break these lows, which we're almost there, then there's a good chance we'll have a lot more energy to the downside. So we'll see if we bounce here and stay in consolidation, or if we break through. There's the hourly. This is from the New York session yesterday over here, and it just headed down. Just down, down, down since that point. From that one tiny point that I missed my exit. Like, I got to pull that up again. It's just so ridiculous. Right there. From that point, I just missed the exit on that trade, and we would have been good. We would have been up positive, but instead we are hanging on by a thread again. So this isn't a great place to put a short trade for this account. We should have some bouncing around down here before just breaking right through, or before we bounce up. I just don't have a really good read on which way it's going to go from here. There's lots of reasons for it to bounce up, lots of reasons that we haven't. There's been a lot of pressure over the past couple days that heading down that could just take it through. So here's that same leg on the 15-minute chart. A little more detail. You can see how flat the market was, super dead, all the way through to the London session where we picked up just last night, or early this morning. And then we'll go down to the 1 minute. And now this current leg on the 1 minute chart has gone down 21 pips. It's kind of a good place for a turn. It's just starting to turn now. There's those bears coming in pretty hard. They're coming in really hard. Just smash that market right back down. That makes me want to stay to the short side, just seeing that one candle right there, that crazy, abrupt energy. The bears are strong right now. So we're not going to place any trades in this account until we see like a really sweet spot. Just a really good entry. Because all we've got, essentially I've got one trade and I can risk 26 pips. Or I could maybe divide it into two and risk, maybe 12, 13 pips each. So we'll see what kind of setup we get, but it's not now. So we're going to trade the other account. This account, I made a mistake last night. I set the equity protection on my accounts incorrectly. That was at 1%, supposed to be at 2%. I don't know what or how I did it, what I was thinking, but anyway, I stopped out on a trade that I shouldn't have. Right at the very bottom of this market, right in there, I stopped out. I shouldn't have stopped out, and then the market immediately took off. Would have hit all my profit targets and would have been just all good. So another brutal mistake, having that equity protection set incorrectly. But today's a new day. I'm also gonna, oh, this market is finally moving. I'm gonna be breaking my trading down just a little bit differently than I have been trading for the past little while. I trade this way on my own, but I haven't been doing it as demonstration because it starts to look a little bit messy. But at this point, I just don't care. It's just the way I really trade, and so I'm going to just demonstrate that way. And essentially what I do is the pyramid stacking that I do, I just break it down into micro lots, and so my trade values end up being much higher volume trades with less size. So I'm just going to be trading with micro lots rather than the half minis that I've been trading for regularly. And so I'll show you how I scale in. I'm going to actually just start right here. I'll put 3 to 5 trades into my first layer, then my second layer get into about 10. And it helps me, and then from there I'll go into 20, next layer, and the following layer is 40, and you can see how the trade volume really will stack up, and it ends up being just a counting game. But it suits my personality a lot more because I'm watching every tick of the market, and it allows me to place more trades and find pivot points a lot easier with a higher volume of trades. So it just suits my personality a little bit better, and so I'm just going to demonstrate doing that, and I might just have to go silent for a bit and do some counting, and I'll try and just explain what I'm doing, but essentially it's the exact same thing, just broken into a higher volume of trades. So this is the first stack, the first layer coming into here. And I'm going to just start marking out some following layers where I'll add in. To trade at. So I'm going to stay to the short side for now. And if this volatility stays really good, I might bump the take profits back up to 3 pips as well. I've been trading with 2 pips because the volatility's been so bad. But if we're going to get some better volatility, then I'm going to bump it back up. So in this first section, we're trading at the bottom, so I'm going to go in a little bit lighter down here so that I can stack in heavier up here. So we'll go in, we're in 1, 2, 3, 4 here, so we'll go into actually 5 trades up at this line. We're not going to go into the 10, so then we'll go in 4 here, then 5 here, then we'll go into about 10 up here. And following that, we'll get into 20 up here. We may bump up, they'll take profit if we just shoot up there. But we'll see how we get there. Seems like there's way more people back in the market today, so we should have much better success. What the heck is going on? Somehow got my scenes mixed up. Okay, so as this starts coming up here, we'll start to add into that next layer. Ideally, the targets would come above this pivot point right here, so we should wait just a little bit more to try and get these a little bit higher. So I'm going to just hold off for a sec and see if we can get the rest of the stack a little bit closer to that red line and that pivot point, and that will land the targets right where the price is at right there now. So ideally, we want the targets to be above this line. So we're starting out at 9,913.90. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna bump that all there. We'll take profits up, and we're gonna sell into that. Man, just seconds off of getting a good fill on that. That's what we want, though. Good. Finally, some movement. The markets have just been killing me with stagnant movement. Wonder if that was another Iranian status update. Just have a quick look. Yep, UAE decides to exit OPEC and OPEC Plus. As of May 1st. Well, that was just a quick spike. I really missed. I was seconds behind on a good fill on that candle, 10 pip candle. And it seems to be very short-lived at the moment. Okay, so we'll get into 10 positions up here. Now we've got that new data coming in. Let me see if I can move this line up here. Probably move this up just a little, and then we'll average out that wick and these highs. Just take an average of where we had it and where we just got that new wick come in. So we'll just fade into 10 positions up here. So it kind of looks like the market wants to break up to get to that next layer, but it's indecisive as we speak. It's kind of made a new line right on these body highs. There it goes. It's starting to break up now. And once we can get up here, we'll get that third layer of 10, about 10. I don't hurry to get the 10 in, I just start fading into approximately 10. And let's just do a quick measure from here back down 3 pips, 2 pips. 2 pips would keep us above that line, so we might back this down to 2 pips. That volatility was very short-lived. I'm gonna start putting some in here. I realized that I've got my extra 5 I can put in here before going up to there, so I've got a few more trades I can work with. 3. All right, we're just starting to hit that profit layer. There we go. So I'm just going to take out 1 loss off the bottom just to mitigate that risk just a little bit. And then if it comes back up, we'll stack into a little bit of a heavier trade. We've got more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, so we can get into another 5 here and then 10 up here. So as this shoot comes back up, I'm going to get into another 5. 1, 2, 3. Four. Pops up just a little bit, I'll get into 1 more trade, and that will complete 2 full layers. there's the fifth trade. So now we've got 10 trades in total. We've got about 4 down here. We've got about 6 up here. So then as we get up to here, we'll fade into about 10. Okay, 1. I want to get these on the extensions upward. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's the end of the third layer. So our next layer will be a layer of 20. Right in here. And I think at that point we can bump up. We'll just hold off on bumping the take profits. We'll leave it at 20 or 2 pips for now. We're going to get into 20 trades in this zone. Then we'll be getting into 40, then 80, then 160, somewhere up here. So you can see how the counting will start to get very demanding to do a lot of counting. Generally, we don't get to that layer, but we'll see. So right now, we're coming right into a trend line. Coming into some trend support right in here. So we'll start fading into some of that 20 positions in here. And you can see the benefit of being able to fade into so many positions is that it gives you a really high probability of finding the apex, which is good. That's what I really like about having the high volume of trades. Instead of having 2 mini lots, I've got 20 micro lots to find that pivot. And it helps to keep me a little bit more busy and focused, which I just need. Actually, I think we're getting into a pretty good spot for a trade in the other account. I think if we can move up just a little bit more, I might place that first trade in the other account. See if we get a bounce down off of that. So we're getting some slowing momentum on this up move. Well, actually, right as we break these highs, it might gain a little momentum. So I'm going to start to fade into the 20 positions. So 1, 2, 3, 'and I'm going to go place the trade in the other account. So that's 3 positions there out of 20. I'm going to go over here, place the 1 trade, sell. Hopefully we get a little bounce down off that trend line. Make a few pips. May take that target down to here. If we can get that, that would be a pretty good spot to get it back down to. That would be about 9 pips. Perfect. That's the price cycle on the 1-minute chart, so that's a perfect spot for the for that target. So that's at $2.61 is how we're starting that out. Okay, and we'll go back to the other account. And add some more trades in here as this pops up. Four, 5, 6, just making a turn finally. Okay, just missed the targets there on that last little push down. Okay, so we're into 7 now. And that target's starting to get in just above this low, which is good. Eight. Nine. Ten. Okay, we're in 10 trades now out of the 20 for this layer. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So that's now it for that layer. So we've got 4, and then we got 6, then we got 10, then we've got 20. So the next layer will be 40 up here, if it keeps going. It seems like it's going to keep going at the moment. There's a good chance that we'll break these highs and then whip back down just to manipulate the market. A lot of people will have their stops right above these highs if they're short. So there's a good chance that we'll kind of whip past here and then have a turn. It may not turn, but I've seen it many times where that happens. All right, coming right up to that 1.17, those triple zeros. So it's an important level. Just put the line on here. Right on the money right there. We stopped right on the 1.17 mark, which was just above those highs. So here we go. Here's that turn starting to come in. I'm just starting to get to the profit targets now. The start of them. Hopefully we can hit some of that stack. Just going to put the history on so we can see how many I'm hitting. So we've hit one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We've hit about 13 out of the 20, which means we could put 13 back on. We're going to just take one of those lost trades off the bottom, giving us 14 trades to put back on. So as this pops up, we'll scale slowly back into 14 more trades. So go 1, 2, 3, 4. A bit of a bad fill on that one. So we've got another 10 more trades we can add back on. As it pops up. All right, just starting to come back into that profit layer again. So I'm going to zoom in on it. If we can take all those off, that's 4 of them off. Okay, so that's 4 of them back off, which means we've got 14 to add back on. I'm going to take a loss off the bottom, giving us now 15 to add back on up here. And we're slowly getting rid of that bottom level. So there's 1. 1 out of 15. 2. So we've got 13 trades to add back on as it jumps up. Just patiently waiting. Getting a little bit of a wedge forming right now. Right in here. So we should see either another pop up or a pop down from here any minute now. If it pops up, we'll scale back into 13 more trades up here. If it goes down, we're going to be taking some profit. Okay, starting to hit that profit layer. And we just took one there, so we've got 14 we can add back on. Okay, we just tapped another one, so now we've got 15 that we can add back on. It is super slow here. Okay, tapped another one, that means we've got 16 we can add. Okay, we just tapped another one, so that's 17 we can add back on. Or so, I think actually maybe, it doesn't matter, 17 or 18. I think it's 17. or 18. One of the two, doesn't matter. It's as long as we're close. That's the good thing about doing in such high volumes is if you're 1 or 2 off, it's totally fine. Trading light and with high volume, it makes for a more relaxing, I mean, for me, it's more relaxing because it's, I just have so much flexibility. It's a nimble way of trading. Okay, so we finally just got that full layer of 20 off. And I was trying to get rid of that one last trade out of that layer down there. If it pops down, I just don't want to take it as it's popping up. I'm just going to push down here. Okay, we'll just get rid of that last one here. So now we're completely out of that first layer. And we're still sitting around the positive range. I think we're right around 913 is where we started. But we've completely eliminated that first layer. It's gone, which is amazing. And now we can add 20 trades back in up here again. Or we can start making some profit if we head down. Just going to take this trade history off for a sec so we can see the shape of this market. Let's go to the 5-minute here. Yeah, we're slowly rounding over. We need it to pop up some more though to get into that another trade stack, and then if we do get into that, we'll start wobbling out of that stack, and we'll keep bringing our dollar cost average closer and closer to us every move of the market. So now if it goes up, we've got risk to do that. So now we've got pretty much 2 layers on here. We've got a layer of about 5 and then a layer of about 10 in here. So we reduced our layers, the volume of trades down to 2 layers, and so this pops back up, we'll get back into that layer, which of 20, which before was layer 4, but now it's turning into layer 3. So we're going to start adding in 20 positions here. 1, 2. Three, 4, only on the pushes up. 5, And we're just coming back down into that profit layer. I'm just going to put the history back on. Haven't tagged any of those yet. We got 5 on there. There's 1. There's the second. Two, three, four. Oh, that was actually 4. 4 out of the 5 trades we took. Profits there. So if we can hit that last one, that's an extra $1 made. So there we go. We just made $1. So we can get rid of that one from down below. And that gives us now 21 that we can add back on up here. And we'll just slowly keep chipping away on every move that we can. We'll keep mitigating risk. So we're still sitting just right around the neutral zone at 913. It's where we started at. And now we've got 21 trades we can add on up here for this third layer. Or if we go down, then we can just make some profit. But at the moment, I just always want to keep mitigating the risk and keep staying nimble with the ability to keep moving and keep trading on all these moves. So that's why I keep taking losses. So we started way down here with our shorts. Right now, we're sitting at 0. So if we were to come down just to here, just to this stack, we'd be in profits by quite a bit. And we wouldn't have to come down to here where the profit targets would have been down here. And so we keep moving our dollar cost average up by wobbling like this. Keep taking losses with the profits. So see, we've got a pretty strong candle coming in at the moment. And a strong close to the downside. All right, just starting to get into that profit layer. Okay, so we've taken a good chunk of that layer out now. So we just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades left on in the account. Putting us down to just, really it's just 2 little layers. So we can just let them sit now as the market's going in our favor. We'll just, so if that heads back up, essentially we can break it up and say we're in 5 and 5 trades. So we can put 2 little layers. We'll say we're at a layer 5 and then a layer 5. So the next layer now, if we have to go back up, would be 10. So now we would add 10 trades back up in here in this range. And then we would go back up into 20 trades again if it ran all the way back up here. That's how we would go about re-entering back into the market if it went up. So 10 right in here, and then we'd add another 20 up in here. So let's go over to the other platform, and we'll just see, yeah, nice. So we're just coming down into that target. We are not going to let that turn into a losing trade, so we're going to just move that stop loss there. And we just barely bounced off that target. Man, I hope it doesn't do what it did yesterday. It literally missed it by that much yesterday and then put me into that loss. That was not fun. I think we should still close out. Actually, we could probably do a little bit better at this point. Yep, see, here's that bear candle coming back in now. So we're not even going to let this turn into a losing trade because we got that wick that's come in. That's showing that there's more pressure coming into the downside. So you know what? Let's just get rid of this take profit. We're going to just fade down with this. We're going to go with that body low. We're going to squeeze every little bit of profit we can out of this trade. So I've secured in just above this body. We're going to zoom right in here. So now if it pops up to break over that body, it will take profit there. But, or it gives us the chance to keep making profit if it can keep going down from here. So either way, we're good. Let me just go back over to the other account just for a sec. Okay, we just took profit there. That's good. That's what we want. So that was a good trade in that little account. So now we're back over $3 mark. Long way to get that back up to $10,000, but just one trade at a time until we get back to the $9 or $10 mark. Then we'll start adding 2 trades on again. It's going to take some time. Okay, back over to this account. And we're going to see how many trades we got on here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So essentially 2 very small layers. So we'll add back into 10 trades up in here in this zone, and then 20 back up in that zone. So we're pre-planning. We know exactly what we're going to do, and then we'll start wobbling out of this layer, these couple layers. But if it keeps going down, we'll just take profits. Okay, gonna start getting ready to fade back into this. 1. One, okay, let's get into 2 and 3. Three trades out of the 10. Well, it is still not moving all that quick, but it's a little bit better than yesterday. It'll start picking up as we get into Wednesday. So we're in 3 out of our 10 trades. And we're approaching the stock market open. Just a few minutes. And so Wednesday we've got the Fed statement. Okay, we're going to get into 3, so we'll go into 4, 5. It's just stagnant because people are waiting to see what happens. The Fed statement tomorrow. So it'll pick back up. We're going to have some serious volatility, especially because it's been so dead Monday and even now. But man, yesterday was so dead. Tomorrow will be a good moving day. If not in the morning, then getting into the later morning and afternoon as we get into that high impact news, it will pick way back up. So I'm going to be trading definitely through that to start making back some of these losses in both these accounts, because I thrive in high impact, high moving, high volatility situations. That's where I do well. I don't do as well in very low movement markets. So it's all about finding where you fit into the market. Not every condition is for every person. Every person has their own conditions that they fit into. None of us are the same. So we got 5 more trades we can add into if it pops up. Okay, we got volatility. Oh man, I just missed that again. Come on, Josh. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's it for that layer. Now we're going to go into layer 20 at the top. So that's layer 3 of 10. So now we're going to get, as it pops up, we're going to get into 20 more trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Uh-oh. Alright, that's good. Kind of froze on us for a second there. So I think we got around 10 trades in there. Going to take one loss off the bottom again because of that move. So we're going to still get back into 20 back up there if it pops up again. Essentially this is the end of our layer of 10 right in here where we're at. So if it pops back up, we'll get into 20 again. So that was a pretty good market open move. No, it was not just a market open move. Trump said Iran has just informed us that they are in a state of collapse. Oh, they want us to open the Hormuz Strait as soon as possible. That is dollar heavy news. I'm going to open up a couple of these trades. We're also going to go back over to the other account. We're going to add a sell over here. And we're going to leave that one without a target on at the moment. Okay, I didn't show you guys that. Here's that trade on the other account right there. We're going to let that one sit. We're going to go back into this account and stay active over here. Yeah, I just wanted to leave a couple of those trades open. I'm going to leave maybe another one. Got some pretty good dollar news. So that could take us back down to those lows. Just with that little bit of excitement, that could get us back down to those lows. Or not. The market already seems to be slowing down. It's kind of one of those brittle type statements. They're not actually that high impact. When they drop, they create immediate excitement, but then the excitement kind of just dies off. So, but we'll just go with it for now. If it changes the sentiment at all, we hopefully can capture some of it. We're just going 2 pips at a time. Okay, I'm going to just start adding 1. We'll fade into 20. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I don't know if all those clicks actually even went in. I think they are. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, they did go in. All right. Well, it seems like we're heading up now. All right, well, we're breaking up. I'm not heading down at the moment. So we'll get into our 40 trades up here. I'm gonna start scaling into them. 1, we got one little trade on that little pop-up. Let's see if we hold above these highs or if we whip right back down. It wouldn't surprise me if we just whip right back down and that's like another fake out. But we'll see. If it can hold here, then there's a good chance we're going to go for a run up. Okay, so if I can, at this pivot high, I'll start to scale back into the 40 trades slowly. But that last trade was right at the top and it just hit there, so we want to make sure that we're at that pivot or higher before we start adding. So the market's starting to hold above those highs and pivot up. So now we're starting to increase probability in an up leg. Okay, so as we start getting up into that pivot, I'm going to start scaling back in. You can see the target fits in a good spot there, so as we start moving up, I'm going to keep getting into that 40 stack between here and the next line, or which is the next pivot. Again, just taking that one little trade off again, so it's got another opportunity to head back down. It's the second try going higher. See what happens next. If this pivot can hold, and then we can pivot back up and we'll get a leg up. We should. But if this next bar or two start closing back below, then we might see a turn and a fake out to the upside. So if we can break below that pivot right there, then this starts to turn into a turn on the 5-minute chart. This is a critical spot. If we can pivot back up, there's a really high chance we'll get an up leg. If we can break down now, there's a good chance we're going to head back down. Okay, so we've seen two tries to go up. We also saw one try here and about a second try right in here. And so we're in a really, really important spot. Let's see how this next candle closes, because that's going to start to dictate which way we're going to go. If we can break and hold this candle closing below this pivot or this pivot, oh, see, it's right on it too. It's having a hard time choosing. And it looks like we've got a false break to the upside as we're just starting to turn and head back down below these lows. These lows over here, we've got this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one, and this point. So if we can head back below the 1.17 mark, then we've got a good chance of having a downward leg, and that turning into a false break to the upside. And very frustrating for buyers too, to have that breakout and really kind of indicate that it is going to head up. So that's a really frustrating situation for a lot of people. Just going to pull up the 5-minute chart here for a second. And yeah, look, see, we've got that 5-minute bar closing back below, creating a really strong 3-bar reversal on the 5-minute chart. So that's going to trigger a lot of sellers back in now. It's a good manipulation type trade. I'm just wondering if we can get a second one on the other account. Oh man, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it in. It's just a good opportunity. So I'm going to flip over, show you guys what I'm just doing over here. And then with this trade, I'm going to put the stop loss on it right above here, just in case. And yeah, we'll see if that one can head back down and turn into a profitable trade. If that one can't make it, we're going to let the other one still float around a bit. But it's just a good opportunity. It's a good pattern to trade. So we'll let that one sit for now. We'll go back over here and see if we can hit some profit targets. Let's just see, did we hit any profit targets yet? No, we didn't hit any. We almost started hitting them. Just about started to hit some profits, but we did not. So we'll just wait and watch here for a sec and see. And let's check out the 5-minute chart again. We've got another bear candle on the 5-minute chart with a wick on the top. So that's another strong reason to keep heading down. It had the 5-minute candle had its try to get back up there, just couldn't do it, got rejected by the bears. So that is a pretty strong sell signal now. So I think we're going to be in good shape. It doesn't have to head down from here, but it's just a pretty good probability at the moment. And that's what we aim for, is just staying within probabilities. Okay, we just nabbed a couple more trades in there out of that stack of 20. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like we nailed about 5 of those targets. So I could add the 5 back on if we pop back up. Add 1 there. And this is a real lack of volatility again. We should have headed down by now if that signal, that sell signal came in there. Well, here, it's trying to come back in. It's just not that strong. It's really taking its time. I think once we get through tomorrow, the market will be right back up. So we just took a profit on that one, meaning that we have 5 more trades to add back on if it pops up. Hopefully we can head down from here now, though. There's a very weak down 1-minute chart. We're coming right into the top of the hour here now, too. On this candle. So let's look, see what the hour chart looks like. We're going to take off that history. And we're closing a pin bar on that hour chart. It's a 50-50 type move. Let's go down to the 15-minute here. And it's trying to roll over. It's good for us. And really the good indication is that 5-minute chart. As we triggered that bar right there, that was a good sell signal. So we'll see if we can get some follow through now. Okay, taking a good chunk of that stack out now. We're just going to let this sit for a few minutes and see what happens next. If it pops back up, we'll wobble back up into that 20 stack again. But at the moment, we've just really got it going in favor, so let's just let it do its thing. This is the volatile hour, so I think with that sell signal at the top, I think we're going to have a little bit of follow through, so I'm just going to just be slow to start taking losses on the bottom. Just going to be slow to take losses as the market's going in favor. Just being patient here. Just see. Just stick with that momentum. Okay, so we're still in 12 trades right now, so we can add another 3 as it pops back up. So I'm just going to add another 3 to finish that stack. 1, 2, and 3. And so that stack of 10 is restored. And then if it pops up again, we'll fade back into 20 positions. Otherwise, we'll see if we can have some follow through the downside. Let's just pull up the 5-minute chart for a second. And that we've got a really strong bear bar on the 5-minute chart that closed. And we're just starting to see if we can get that turn on the 1-minute chart now. And it looks like it's just getting rejected. If we can close below, body matched right on the previous candle, so not quite a 3-bar reversal on the 1-minute chart. But if we can close below those bodies, then we could call that a turn. Right in here. Well, maybe it's not coming just yet. That's okay. If it pops back up, we'll scale back into 20 positions again up here. Just give us another opportunity to make some more profit. There's a chance we could start making like one of these big shoulders over here. We got a big shoulder here. We've got a head. And so if we come back up, we could see another shoulder wrap around. It's a possibility. right, we're getting the move back up now. So I'm going to start scaling into 20 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, Okay, we got another 3-bar reversal on the 1-minute chart. Right in here. This body closing below this candle right here. So we'll see if this actually follows through to the downside, or if we just get some more move up. Okay, just starting to take a little bit of profit on that layer. So we got 3 out of the 4, which means we got 19 trades to put back on if it pops up. So here's 1, 2, now we've got 17 trades to add. 1, now 16 trades. 15 trades left. 14 trades left. Okay, we got 14 more trades we can add on if this runs up. $13 trades left. 12 trades left. Took a couple of those off, so now we've got 10 we can add back on. Or sorry, we had 12 and we took 2, so we can add 14 if it heads up. I'm gonna just quickly go look at the other one. We've got 14 we can add on there. Let's go look at the other account for a sec. It's too bad we didn't grab that profit from back there. It's a bit of a bummer. Such a bummer. It's okay. It's still starting to shape up to look pretty good. If we get another little test to the top side here and then roll over, be looking at a pretty good shape on the 1 minute chart for a head and shoulder, even if it went down from here. But it is starting to shape up like that, so I could see it having another test back up here and then potentially rolling over, or maybe it just heads up and then that turns into a losing trade. All right, we'll head back over to the other account. We had 14 trades that we could add back on. We're also going to take one loss off the bottom. So that means if it runs up, we can add 21. And we're going to hold a couple more of these trades. Actually, we're going to hold this whole chunk in here. Just because this is starting to shape up like a head and shoulders. Let's see what it looks like on the 5 minute chart. Take these history off. Yeah, it's definitely starting to shape up like a head and shoulders. So we want to capitalize on it if it is going to turn into being one. If we can get this 5 minute bar to close below these lows, then we're in really good shape. That will be a trigger on the 5 minute chart to head down further. We've got just less than a minute left on this bar. So we're looking good. All right, that bar closed just right on the previous lows. So not the greatest close, but the shape is still there. It's still coming in. Okay, we've got 20 to add back in, so I'm going to just fade into a little bit more here. There's one, or sorry, we got 21. So now I've got 20. So here's one out of the 20. And just take one of these targets off. Also, I'm gonna get ready to add. So we added 4, so we've got 16 left to add up here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trying to get all the little pops up. I'm trying to short them. I've got 10 more trades left. Just took some more profit. So we had 10 and now we're 1, 2, 3, 4. We took 4 more off, so we've got 16 again if it goes up. Sorry, 14. 14 if it goes up. One. Man, that is such a bummer on the other account. Oh. I should have moved that trade into a winning position so that it couldn't lose. That's the difficulty of trading two accounts, though. Man, that's such a bummer. Unless we can get that to turn into a wick here, it'd kind of be nice. Just have a look at that 5-minute candle. We did get a wick on the top. We did. That's pretty good. That could turn into a really nice head and shoulders still now because of that wick. That's a really strong shape for a down move. Got the shoulder here. I'm going to take a few of these ones off. These take profits. Also. See if I can squeeze a little bit more out of them because of the shape that I'm starting to see here. Yeah, I'm going to take these off. Now, if this doesn't turn into that pattern, I'm going to have to get rid of these trades, but I'm watching it. And hopefully we'll get that to turn into the head and shoulders. back down to the 1 minute chart here. We still need to get below this price action here. If we can get below there, we're in much higher probability of this turning into head and shoulders. Okay, starting to apply more pressure again to the downside. You gotta start closing, and that one's closing lower. Okay, even better. We're making it below that price action. Gonna take some profits on those trades. That's good. What I'm gonna do with these ones up here is I'm gonna grab the stop loss and put it right under here, like that. And I'm gonna copy this, copy, and I'm gonna make sure that all of these trades are at the same value, and then they'll be secured. Paste. I'm gonna paste it here, modify, oops, I'm doing the wrong ones. Wait, where are those? Yeah, these are the ones I want. Oh. Paste, modify. Should be 4 of them, or 5. There. I'm gonna take this one off. And then that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's all of them there. Okay, I'm gonna add some of those back on. I'm gonna take some of those profits. I shouldn't have done it so soon. We need 5 more. All right, now where we're supposed to be. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. We've got 2 more to keep that up there. If it goes up, we got 2 more trades. It's just shaping up so well. I'm just tempted to hold on to some more. I'm going to take a few of them off. It's just such a good pattern. Okay, we got 2 more to add back on if it goes back up. I'm going to add that here. 1. All right, I'm going to take, no, it's taking profit now. I was going to just hold on to a few more of these. Just because this pattern is so good, I'm going to hold on. I'm not adding risk right now. I'm just holding on to some of those trades. Oh man, look at what's going on. Gotta be kidding me. It's just a big fight right now. Because it's such a strong pattern. I think like people are battling to hold it up, because if this breaks right in here, then we're in for a good down leg. We should be in for a good down leg. So we're seeing a bit of a battle in that candle that we just got there. That was a good whip up and down. That was 5 pips up and down really quick. Good volatility. And I just want to hold on to some of those trades if we're going to get that leg down And this is one of those patterns that is worth holding on for. I'll show you what it looks like on the 5-minute chart. This is a really strong shape. And it really kind of like triggers. Oh, I've got so many lines on here. I'm trying to place a line right in here is where the pattern like really triggers and becomes confirmed. I'll try and put one in. I'm gonna start back here. There. That's the line that we got to break. And then once we break that, we're in for pretty smooth sailing down for a little bit, at least down to here. And we just had a bear candle come in on the 5-minute chart. Okay. Looking good. Here it comes. I think if we can cross over that pivot on that one volatile candle, that will be the trigger, and I think we're going to be heading down from that point if we can trigger that spot right there. That's the perfect trigger. There we go, we broke it. See if this candle can close below it. Let's go have a look at the other platform for a sec. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to secure that trade so that can't turn into a loser. Oh, come on. Let's not look at it. Just set that and forget it. So go back over here. Yeah, see, the problem with holding on to some of these trades is I could have had profits on them and then back in and out a couple times. So that's the risk you take on holding some trades. It's just worth it for me on this setup because it's such a good setup. This is an A+ setup for me. So if it heads up and we lose on those, so be it. Still got lots of, on this account, I've got lots of opportunities to wobble out of this whole trade setup if it doesn't work out. So we will let it play. Man, what a battle. What a battle in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. We should be at 30. Darn it. We just tapped out on that other trade. I'm going to add it back on. Wow, what a battle. I think I might finally lose this account if this just runs up. Oh no. Man. Oh, there's such a battle here. This is crazy. Is there news right now? Another Iran statement? Nope. This is just good old volatility. Come on, be nice, please. It's more for the other account. I mean, I want this one to win too, but just hanging on to that other account by a thread. I can't believe it. $0.22. Unbelievable. What brutal way to finish that off. it was worthwhile. It was a good way to try and make that that money back. But there we go. We just lost it. That account is done. Unbelievable. Just a string after bad events on that account. Unbelievable. It's done. Well, we'll get into 40 trades here in this account. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. that. Another one off the bottom. And then we'll do it again if it goes up. Oh man, come on. It's just stuck now. I don't know if I can just keep sitting here. Now that that pattern is broken, there's a really good chance this is just going to keep heading up. I don't know what's next, so I got to just keep following my rules.